is Katie.
Yay.
And I think more reasons than one we have to celebrate that we've survived.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got here, everything's uploaded so far. We are over 1,720 lots.
I know.
It is our biggest ever auction. And I can say that with 100% certainty, confidence, and everything else. It is exceptional. We're still trying to rack at the minute. And there's 3 or 4 of us down here at the minute trying to rack and get this all in order, and we had to stop to get the video filmed and all that sort of stuff. But wow, thank you, really appreciate all the support that everybody gives us every month. But this is just wowzers. Yeah, it is massive. And it goes to show that we have massive bottles in the auction, because we've got a massive auction, but in its own right, we've got some massive bottles. We'll start off with the Barry Crockett, Brian Nation, Midleton Pearl, the 30th anniversary. Sinead, come over close. I'm always wary about lifting these. So they have a necktie around them, a little bit of metal that keeps the bottle in there. I'm sure everybody now knows the story of Peer John Bittles and his bottle. This is bottle number 43 of 117 bottles. Brought out in 2014 to celebrate the Pearl anniversary of Midleton Very Rare. We are coming up to 2024. It's going to be interesting to see what Midleton are going to do for the 40th anniversary. If there's going to be a bottle, if it ever does half as well as the Midleton Pearl has done. When it originally came out, I think 4,200 it might have been in around there, and €6,000 to buy. It's now in excess of €20,000 bottle of whiskey. It is a cracker.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money, Katie. That is a lot of money. But again, hindsight's 2020 vision. If we had known back in 2014, we would have got one. It's probably one of the most robust boxes I think there ever was. It weighs a ton. It's a solid oak piece. The door, everything on it, just the attention to detail is fantastic. So it really is something special. We've the two. So on the.
Can I close that over just?
Yeah, because it does make you very nervous. Yeah, it does. Makes me very nervous too, Kate. You're right. So and it's also got the 50ml sample with it as well. If anybody was ever brave enough to drink it, but if you're keeping it as a collector's piece, I don't think you could. We've an 89 Midleton up there, and we've an 86 Midleton. The reason I'm highlighting these two is, look, 80s Midletons are notoriously tough to keep, and this is one of the conversations that's gone on about the new presentation of the Midleton, this year's Midleton Very Rare. But here's 2 examples, an 89 and an 86. They're immaculate. They're literally nearly as new. They've got the matching paperwork. Well, actually, 89's a wee bit off, but we think that's more an admin error than actually just it went missing. It's also got its outer sleeve. Those outer sleeves are usually hard enough to find. The boxes themselves,
they're usually in
the labels are in very, very good condition. The fill levels are perfect. Everything about both of them is really, really good. Every month we come across some of these 80s ones, and it's very, very, very rarely that they'll come up in that condition there. So they'll be interesting to watch and see. We have a couple of big hitters down the bottom. So we've the new Bushmills 33-year-old from Heathrow Airport, the port cask. It is a doozy. Look at it.
Look at the colour.
Look at the colour. It is, and I just love that presentation. I would probably like it to be a bit more robust in the presentation, but I just love it. I think it's a real showcase for the bottles. You imagine a couple of them, you know, on your shelf there with the doors open or the doors closed, and they really are.
I think the Method and Madness have the right idea, door wise, with that shape.
Yeah.
Because it's only opened on one side, as opposed to the two. You know what I mean? So
well, I mean, and again, there is a fair significant difference between the two. I mean, that's a card presentation, whereas these have a plastics or a wood or whatever they are. I think they are plastics. You could
just have one door.
Yeah. It comes round. Yeah. You're right.
Each to their own.
And that's our job here, is to be critical, and we probably don't make friends doing it, but hey, That's what we do. We call it as it is.
Yes.
Beside that is the first big hitters from the Method of Madness series. So the Method of Madness, we had the 31-year-old and the 28-year-old. That 28-year-old is a phenomenal whiskey. I mean, is a phenomenal whiskey. We've been blessed to be tasting that on a few different occasions, and every time you're just blown away by it. It really is. It's a real juicy, opulent whiskey. It really, really is. The 31 beside it is the grain. They're a real collector's piece because there's so few of those bottles, and I don't know if that one has on it. So like there's 72 bottles. That's bottle number 65 of 72. Now there is 3 casks of it, the 3 different cask numbers, but again they're all very, very low, and I know a few collectors that have actually managed to get all 3 casks and have them as well. But again, gorgeous presentation, really, really special.
Third one of this.
So yeah, the 33-year-old is the Mizunara, the Japanese Suji.
Yeah, that's the one. It tastes like a really, really, really posh tiramisu.
That's
That's it, isn't it?
That's the one. Yes, Katie. That is. It tastes exactly like a posh tiramisu.
Like a proper posh tiramisu.
I don't think that's an official tasting notes.
It's not.
But it should be.
It should be.
Absolutely.
It really should.
Absolutely. I think we're going to get on to Midleton now shortly and see, can we get our Katie...
Can we get it changed?
Yeah, can we get our Katie to do the tasting notes from now on in? I think that'll be only appropriate. And something I just want to touch on above, it's just above it actually, there's an Adelphi collection. I think it's 31 bottles. It's a lot. Scotch whiskey, but there's a bit of everything in that. That is a fantastic collection to have. It's a ready-made collection. I had them out last night. I was photographing them myself late last night, and the difference in colours in some of the whiskey is just unbelievable. It really is. Go to the photos, you'll see what I mean. Some of them are all posed together, and the difference in colours from the light straw colours to the deep ruby reds, it's lovely. Brings us to this bad boy. This is the second time only in the history of the Midleton Very Rare collection that bottle number 1 has been available for sale. We were so blessed last year that Midleton themselves gave us bottle number 1 of the 2022. It went up for charity. It raised an extraordinary amount of money and whiskey as well. I think it'll be the best. But an extraordinary amount of money for, I think it was the Capuchin Day Centre. It just an absolute extraordinary amount of money. We are blessed that they've trusted us again to do the same again this year. They've given it to us as a charity item, which in itself is a huge thing for Midleton to do. I mean, look, traditionally bottle number 1 would have always been held for somebody within the IDL group, either the CEO or something like that, and for them to donate it to charity, I think is a great thing. And we really do thank Kieran and Ger Garland and Dylan and all the team in Midleton for trusting us and having confidence that we will do our very best to raise as much money for charity and raise the profile of Midleton Very Rare. I think we do every month. We talk about them. We've sort of become the go-to guys for Midleton. I mean, it's every month we have just an extraordinary amount of Midleton. And this month we're no different. There's quite a lot of every year, but the 2023s is just beyond. Bottle number 00001, signed by Kevin O'Gorman. It is a unique opportunity to buy bottle number 1. As I say, last year it went and sold. A private collector bought it, and I can only imagine to have it for years to come. It will be something exceptional. And again, I think something like that deserves to be on display in a museum, because as I say, they just don't come up.
No.
On the back of that, what we're going to do is we're going to give away a bottle of 2023 Midleton Very Rare. Not bottle number 1. No. We're going to give a bottle, could be any random number, of bottle of Midleton Very Rare 2023 to anybody who is either a buyer or a seller in this month's auction. So everybody
Names are
who's
gonna be chucked into a hat.
absolutely, so anybody who bids on anything and wins something in our auction, and again, all our sellers are now set in stone because we have the list complete. But anybody who bids and wins something in our upcoming auction has a chance to win a bottle of 2023. And judging by the prices they've been going for recently, it's no mean. It's not just a miniature bottle of whiskey.
No.
It's fair and
substantial.
significant. Yeah, exactly. I've yet to work out the logistics of it all, but well, no, doesn't mind the
You'll
technicality,
figure it out.
as I always do.
Yes.
Look, I think there's just so much in this month's auction. There really, really, truly is.
It's crazy.
It is unbelievable. I mean, I'm. It is probably one of the few places in Ireland, if not the world, you can see such a range of Irish whiskey every month. Every month we go through this, and every month I'm just blown away by you've €20 bottles beside €20,000 bottles, and you've everything in between, from regular run-of-the-mill just core releases to limited edition, as I say, one of 20 bottles like the Cologne, or exceptional bottles like the bottle number 1 of the Midleton Very Rare or the Pearl or Silent Distilleries. I mean, we've literally just
We've had everything.
yeah, it is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
mental.
It's phenomenal. So look,
Great.
we go live at 5 today. As I said, the chosen charity, actually, sorry, I didn't know that, is, help me with the initials,
FGRT.
FGRT. So it is a forestry group that is a partner of IDL. That, again, I mean, we all know that they've had these very special tie-ups with the forestries, with Kilcha and all of that, for the Dar Gaelic series. And so Midleton are investing heavily in these organisations and these groups to try and ensure that we've got legacy wood for the years to come.
Yeah.
So we've got the oaks, the Irish oaks and the Irish native trees that hopefully a barrel can be made out of. But if not, it's no bad thing to have the countryside covered
extra trees.
Yeah, it does generate oxygen for us. So
Yeah.
it's no bad thing to have it.
Making whiskey while taking care of the environment.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Call me Greta Thunberg.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I'm too much of a carnivore for
You're
that.
no Greta Thunberg.
No Greta Thunberg. But again, all proceeds from that bottle plus the commission will be going to that fund, that research that goes into protecting and developing our native Irish forestry and protecting it ultimately. So that's it. Live at 5. If anybody has any questions, reach out to us here in the office. As I say, we have the giveaway of anybody who is a buyer or seller in this month's auction gets entered into the draw for a bottle of Midleton Very Rare 2023. I probably will throw in a sample of it as well, just for good measure, because I'm a nice guy. And that's it. Get your bidding sticks on.
Yeah, and we're going to go home at the weekend and we're going to sleep like babies.
No, we've a pub to run, Pat.
I don't care. I'll close it. I need about a month's sleep after this. My head's in mush. But anyhow, guys.
So anybody wants a drink, the pub will be open from 4 o'clock today, and Katie will be behind the bar with a big smile on her face.
She won't.
Right, talk to you guys. Good
Bye.
luck. Bye.